Indochina. Further material has come to light about both the origins and the conclusion of this terrible episode in American and Asian history. The publication of Larry Berman's No Peace, No Honor, Nixon, Kissinger and Betrayal in Vietnam in early 2001 provided further evidence of the secret and illegal diplomacy conducted by Nixon and his associates in the fall of 1968. Indeed, it can now be safely said that the record of this disgusting scandal has become, so to speak, a part of the official and recognized record, rather as President Johnson's original provocation in the Gulf of Tonkin is now generally called by its right name. In his edition of President Johnson's Private Papers and Conversations in the fall of 2001, Professor Michael Beschloss produced first-hand and direct proof that Johnson himself knew at the time that he was lying to the Congress and the world about the episode. As for the expiring moments of that hideous war, the month of May 2001 saw the publication of an extraordinary book, The Last Battle, the Mayaguez Incident and the End of the Vietnam War. Written by Ralph Wetterhahn, a Vietnam veteran who had decided to stay with the subject, the book establishes beyond doubt, by the use of contemporary documents and later interviews, that A. The crew of the Mayaguez were never held on Koh Tang Island, the island that was invaded by the United States Marine Corps. B. The Cambodians had announced that they intended to return the vessel, and had indeed done so even as the bombardment of Cambodian territory was continuing. During that time, the crew was being held on quite another island, named Rong Sam Len. The statements of Ford and Kissinger, claiming credit for the eventual release and attributing it to the intervention on the wrong island, were knowingly false. C. American casualties were larger than has ever been admitted. 23 men were pointlessly sacrificed in a helicopter crash in Thailand that was never acknowledged as part of the operation. Thus, a total of 64 servicemen were sacrificed to free 40 sailors who had already been let go, and who were not and had never been at the advertised location. D. As a result of the official panic and confusion, 3 Marines were left behind alive on Koh Tang Island and later captured and murdered by the Khmer Rouge. The names of Lance Corporal Joseph Hargrove, PFC Gary Hall, and PVT Danny Marshall do not appear on any memorial, let alone the Vietnam Veterans Wall. For a long time their names had no official existence at all, and this denial might have succeeded indefinitely were it not for Mr. Wetterhahn's efforts. Kissinger was the crucial figure at all stages of this crime and cover-up, arguing at the onset of the crisis that B-52 bombers should at once and again be launched against Cambodia, and arguing too for the dropping of the BLU-82 bomb, a 15,000-pound device, on the centre of Koh Tang Island. He must also have been crucial in the following hair-raising episode made public by William Triplett in the official publication of the Vietnam Veterans of America. Mr. Triplett interviewed then Secretary of Defense James Schlesinger, who recalled 2 cabinet meetings during the crisis. The first was the one at which Kissinger demanded the use of B-52s. The second was the one, no less alarming to Secretary Schlesinger, at which it was decided to sink all ships spotted in the vicinity of Koh Tang Island. As Schlesinger recalled it, "When I got back to the Pentagon, I said that before any ships are sunk, our pilots should fly low over the ships and see what they could see, particularly if there were any Mayaguez crew members aboard. If they did see them, they were to report back immediately before doing anything. In the course of flying over the area, one of our Navy pilots called back saying that he saw Caucasians aboard a ship, or he thought he saw that. It later turned out that every member of the Mayaguez crew was on that ship." Question: Did you apprise the White House of this ship with the Caucasians aboard? Answer: Yes, indeed. Question: And was it then that the White House said to sink it? Answer: Yes. The White House said, "We told you to sink all ships, so sink it." By stalling for 3 hours, the Secretary of Defense managed to avoid committing this atrocity. And by the White House, he clearly does not mean the President, or he would have said so. In any case, we know who was managing the Mayaguez rescue.